but he's not really injured. But according
Let
to
me let me let me stop you there.
okay,
Cole Palmer is at Chelsea.
oh yeah, he's at Chelsea. Yeah. This is Arsenal. Yeah, of course he's at Chelsea. Yeah. Yeah.
Easy mistake to make. Easy mistake for the maker.
Yeah. So do we think, and I'm gonna go the dramatic side of I'm gonna take it I'm gonna make it a little bit dramatic for this show, just to spice it up a little bit. Do we think he's making excuses for not being able to actually achieve a Premier League title this season? Is it is it blowing it way out of proportion? Because let's face it, there's football and there's injuries. It's bound to happen. It doesn't matter what players it happens to. We're bound to have injuries in football. So is he already saying, right, in case I don't win this title race that I'm expected to, this is my reason? Is he already making an excuse for himself? What do we think?
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe this probably came after their defeat on Sunday, wasn't it? They lost 2-1 in about the 95th minute at Aston
Yeah.
Villa. And again, they may have been affected by some of these injuries, I guess. So we don't know someone else's mind or their mindset, do we? We don't know what really they think about stuff. We can only go on what they say. I don't feel there's an ulterior motive in saying what he
No.
said. I think many managers bemoan their injury list of people, and I know over the last few years, never a season goes by where at Palace there's not a number of key players or any of the players on the injury list, some very long term. You mentioned Guy Havertz there. Now, perhaps I've just missed him, but I've not seen him in the team for some time. I think he had
Mm.
quite a nasty injury as it happens. And of course, if you get injuries to key players, I mean, you could argue, many people do argue, that Arsenal place too much reliance on Declan Rice. I mean, let's face it, he's a supreme midfielder. He's
Yes.
box to box, as they might say. He scores great goals from free kicks and things like that, and he's a great asset for England as well. So, if he is current, I think he's got an injury, but I don't know how serious that is. But then if he, and of course Saka also has been injured. If you lose players like that for 2 or 3 weeks or longer, then yeah, the team's going to suffer. So maybe Arteta is kind of more than making excuses. I think he's more likely saying, "Well, look, we lost that game. We are struggling a bit with injuries. That could impact us. It's going to impact every team. I mean, I've never known there to be so many games. I mean, for Palace, of course, with the distro of Europe, we got tomorrow. I'm not going, but most of our gang is going to Shelbourne in Dublin for another the European game that we've got to play, and then next week is another one at home. So playing Thursdays as we did last Thursday, I think we played, if my memory is right, against Burnley. Not quite sure why that was a Thursday, but I think it was because of the clash of games. We seem to be playing a lot of Sunday games following Thursday games, particularly usually European ones, which of course tire the team out, even with the substitutes. So with so many games and over the Christmas period, Palace, among as with others, will have a lot of games to play. So it's managers will be focusing on the health of their squads. You know, how fit are they, and so on. And
Mm.
frankly, when just to go back to Palace to make the point, when it's back to Palace to make the point, when it's your key players now. I've said in recent weeks, even when he last played for England, Adam Walton didn't
Yeah.
quite seem at the races. That's not. I don't mean to be disrespectful, because he's a great player, even when it's just like he wasn't feeling himself. I don't know, but on Sunday at Fulham, he had the most majestic display. I mean, I don't know whether you saw it on the TV. His
Yeah, I did.
passes that led to the goal. I mean, he's as the pundit said, he's like a genius. He often gets the ball. He knows exactly what he's going to do with it. It's a one touch, and he often does a brilliant pass. And even the way he lobbed that defence to set the player in, it came back to him, and he done another through pass, and it scored a goal.
Mm.
I mean, he was brilliant. And they were saying, the pundits, that he should be an England midfielder for years to come. He's so good. And of course, Palace are likely to lose him. I hope not the end of this season, maybe another year with him. He's brilliant. So and he was injured for a few weeks not too long ago. When you lose a player of that talent, like Declan Rice, Saka, who has been injured, and I mean, Odegaard, he was out for quite a long time, wasn't he? The captain. I
Yeah.
think he's back now. Havertz, as you say, he's been out, I think, for quite a long time. So you could argue that Arsenal are doing particularly well to have achieved what they've done this season, even with some injuries there. But it's these injuries or these games over Christmas are going to find out a lot of teams, because it's going to be a pressure environment for them. You know, a game every sort of 3 days for
Mm.
many teams there. So yeah, I don't think Arteta's making excuses. I think he's just putting down a marker, really, to say, look, if we don't do as well as we want this Christmas period, we have got a lot of injuries. I mean, I've heard a few people say, or read it online, that, oh, you know, Arsenal, typical Arsenal, they do great guns up until Christmas, and then they fade away after Christmas. Now, I don't think that's a particularly fair comment, but they have made the running in recent years, only to fall away, maybe
Mm.
injuries, maybe something else. But a number of people say, no, they won't win the league. I actually think Arsenal will win, for what it's worth. It doesn't matter what we think, does it? My own
Mm.
feeling is that they will win the Premier League. And good luck to them, because they are a great team. I think he's a great manager, very motivating. He's got loads of passion. And they've not won anything for a while. So I think it would be really ideal for Arsenal to win the Premier League. I mean, I'd love to say that currently in fourth place, wouldn't it be brilliant if Palace did? But realistically, I mean, we can all dream, and we do dream. Well, wouldn't it be to do something like Leicester did in 2016 and win it from nowhere would be fantastic. But realistically, that's not likely to happen. I hope Palace are high up in the finish of the league this season. But I would like to see Arsenal win it. It's been dominated in recent years, hasn't it, by Manchester City, because Liverpool did
Mm.
it last year. So a fresh face in there would be good. But yeah, he's got his injury problems, but hopefully he'll pick up and they will go ahead to win it.
Yeah. We've got less than 2 minutes to go. But I was just gonna read out something else that he said. He said we don't have time to train, so training is not there. But obviously, the fact that you're missing players, you are loading other players as a consequence. It's a really dangerous circle, that one. So he's not only complaining about injuries; he's also complaining about the fixtures. You know, players having to play a lot, and him having to blood in, you know, new players that isn't necessarily used to his style of play. So, well,
Yeah.
let's hope he's
This
not
is a
making it.
this is a Yeah, it's a dilemma, isn't it, for managers? Because I was hearing the other day Oliver Glasner saying something quite similar to that, not about injuries, but they don't have time to train. They have to give their players breaks, rest breaks
Yeah.
after games.
Well, this is all we've got time for. You've been listening and watching the football referee, and we do apologize for the intrusion in the visuals on my side. Hope to sort that out for next week. I've been Emmy Hikins, and you've been watching and listening to the football referee.
And I'm Trevor Gear, and he calls me bruv.
Oh yeah, he calls me cuz. It's a goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.